You think you have leverage because you're young. You're supposed to be a wife before a man chooses to marry you. A woman doesn't choose her husband. A man chooses his wife. That's what you don't understand. I invite you on this journey. You choose to accept it, but I chose you first. You think that you choose your husband. You don't. You say I'll be masculine.
I choose
I'll
it
be
if
feminine.
I'm in a relationship.
You'll
if
say
your
I'll be
girlfriend
feminine.
didn't choose to be with you,
You
she
say
wouldn't
I'll
have
be.
the
I
possibility.
chose her. What are you talking about?
Stupid.
But what if she didn't want to be with you?
She wouldn't have. She wouldn't have attracted
Right,
me.
but she is now because she did want to.
No, but
But if she didn't want to, she wouldn't have talked to you in the first place.
Her talk to me. Listen, men choose you. A man chooses you. A man goes and allows you access into a relationship, not the other side. The only thing that you allow access to is you can attain a man, but it's up to you to retain him.
Women choose, men oblige. Y'all gotta stop stealing game from us and still being wrong. Interesting. Good point. Proposing is the act of choosing, and if she rejects, though it hurts, he can find another that accepts him. They refuse to listen. She isn't thinking before she speaks. I thought this was an easy concept and that it would be easy to understand, but apparently she is having a hard time either accepting or understanding it. Based on her argument, she also chooses her husband because she accepts his proposal, but she ignores the fact there wouldn't be a proposal if he didn't make a decision to do it in the first place. I believe most women know this, but they want to either convince the world or themselves that it's not true. But whatever plan they have in mind won't change reality. We are the ones who give commitments. We decide whom to commit to or marry. Similarly, there are things we want they are in control of. But at the end of the day, I think she is just talking because they gave her a microphone.
Okay, you tell me then, why is it when everything else is like absolutely fine, why is it that they don't want to commit?
One, I'd say it depends how you dated him. Many women like, I'm dating him, I'm involved, but he doesn't want to commit. Yeah, because a lot of women don't know how to date in a way that leads to commitment. Second reason, the thing that will make the biggest difference is recognizing sexual attention for romantic intention. They think if I spend time with him, if I'm sleeping with him, that's going to make him want to commit to me. No, it doesn't. How have you added value to his life? Have you added value to his life in the ways that are meaningful to him? That's what gets his commitment. And here's the thing, I'm going to be honest. But you say that to women, a lot of women think, well, why should I have to do that?
Yeah, it is true.
Sure.
Because what is he bringing to the table? Okay, cool. If I'm bringing stuff to the table, what are you bringing for me?
You wouldn't choose him if he wasn't bringing anything to the table. You wouldn't even desire him if he wasn't. By default, you wouldn't. As a woman, you would not even entertain a man who wasn't bringing something to the table that you want. So here's the thing. If I say to a woman, okay, well, these are the things that make a man commit, and you literally just say, well, why should I have to do that? Cool, you don't have to, but then don't ask for commitment.
Legend has it, she is still sat there thinking about it. The silence at the end is the answer. Her face at the end says it all. Question to the ladies, what is he taking away from you? Women truly feel they deserve a good man instead of realizing they have to earn a good man. This is what most still don't understand or want to ignore, and it's affecting their dating life. Most believe they are the table, so they don't have to do anything else, and this is why they keep facing the same issue. Interestingly, those who have this mindset are the ones who usually complain about guys being unwilling to commit to them. As he mentioned, any guy they are dating already provided some value in certain areas, and this is how he was able to get her attention, so his part is more or less done. Now it's her turn to show him how she's going to add value to his life, to give him reason to take things to the next level. This is the right order of things, and we know their dating life would improve significantly if they were willing to follow it. The good thing is that everyone has the choice to do whatever they want, but they also need to be ready for the outcome of their choices. He said it clearly. They don't have to show the guy why he should commit to them, but it also means that they shouldn't expect commitment.
My first wife said, and I said, no, no. And then she just kept saying it. And I finally said, look, if you don't stop, she goes,
or what? Or what?
And I said, or like, we'll have to get a divorce or something. And she said her words.
You don't have the balls to divorce me.
And as soon as she said that, dude, I realized this girl don't respect me at all. You think I don't have the balls? I was looking for a chick when I found you. I can go right back to it.
Stood on business. Proud of you, Brad. Hopefully you had a prenup. Women love to be loved, but men love to be respected. You lost me at first, wife. So you go married thinking you can change her? This type of dynamic can only work with simps, or those who aren't sure about themselves yet. It will never work with a mature and confident man who knows his worth, and this is why she ended up losing him. Telling her man that he doesn't have the balls to leave is a perfect sign of a wife who no longer respects and values her husband. But fortunately, he was able to conduct himself properly and got himself out of that situation before the respect level went to zero. Sometimes, this mindset is developed because she knows he would lose a lot of assets if he leaves. But in my opinion, it's better to leave and lose some assets than stay in a relationship where respect is non-existent.
A lot of black guys try to hit on you.
Guys in general try to hit on me.
I mean, it's Atlanta.
That's true. Atlanta, there's all type of guys in here.
But mainly black guys that hit on girls the most.
No, just
You
guys.
haven't seen that?
I don't know.
Maybe you're not their type. I'm sorry.
Whoa! Buddy!
I was.
Why was she so offended? She got reality check. She was acting like that was an insult. It's the truth. She got woke and he cooked her. At least she knows he was honest about it. There is a reason she is not being successful in that department, and as he mentioned, it could be because she isn't their type. If the interviewer was wrong, she would have given a different answer or would have had a different result. This is just the truth, and she needs to accept it. The funny part was that she felt offended by it, but there is nothing to be mad about. It's just a matter of preference.
Did you date older men when you was younger?
Yes.
So when you was younger, when you was in your, I don't know, in your teens, you dated older men. You didn't look at the boys your age for any reason, and then you spent your 18 to 20. I don't know how old you are, but you spent your 18 to 28 dating those types of guys. A lot of times they get more trauma. They get a high body count. Sometimes they come with 1 to 2, 3 kids. Sometimes, and then when in their 30s, the guys that did not look at, all of a sudden now they want to start looking at. And now these guys have got themselves some money. They've got their life together. Maybe got a business, doing all right for themselves. And all of a sudden now, these guys have a whole group of women who are now in their 20s, but the women in their 30s all of a sudden now are saying to these men, oh, you have to pick me. And when they date younger women, they say, oh, it's because they want to manipulate them.
The side of the age gap argument that people conveniently ignore. Big facts, it's my time now. This is a common scenario in our current dating scene. Most like to spend those early years entertaining Chad and Tyrone, ignoring those nice guys who aren't excited enough, but later, they will be back to check on them. This is when they are ready for commitment. But the good part is that those good guys are wising up and going for other demographics. Those who are able to recognize a good guy's value from the start are in a better position, as they don't have the need to be in our current dating scene competing with the younger generation for the same guys. When she was younger, she dated older men. But now she wants to date men in her age range. The math isn't mathing. That's a great recipe for dating struggles because the men she is currently targeting are the same men younger women are going for.
How am I supposed to be submitted to a man who isn't submitted to God?
And how is a woman supposed to submit to me if she's not submitted to God?
Oh, I didn't think about that.
She doesn't know that. Bro actually asked the one question many never bothered to ask. Amazing how she asked a question but didn't think about it on the other side. We all know it's easier to point fingers. And this is why she was shocked when he mentioned that a woman also should do the same thing. This is probably the first time someone has made her think about this matter. All this time, she thought men were the only group that should do it.
My father is who I look up to. My father has never put me in a taxi. So if a man thinks he's going to put me in a taxi just to see me, then it's an automatic no.
My mother is who I look up to. My mother has never let me eat takeaway, so if she doesn't know how to cook, then it's an automatic no. Work towards buying your own car, then no one has to put you in a taxi. A boyfriend is not your father. I thought she was about to say something inspirational. How old is your father, and how old is your man? As far as I know, your father is your mother's type, not yours. My mother never made me pay for dinner. She is completely confused. I don't know why she is taking her father as a reference when it comes to this subject. To clarify her doubts, she should have asked her father whether he ever put her mother on a taxi, and I bet his answer would have shocked her. I honestly hope that she keeps the same energy when she finds a guy who also wants to take his mother as a reference when it comes to certain subjects. It will be funny when he lets her know that his mother never complained about cooking or ever had takeout as a dinner. Using her thought process, that's a fair reference, but I know for sure she won't be ready for it.
I was talking to a nurse today and she was saying that her husband no longer finds her attractive. So I asked her, how does she look when she go into bed? What does she wear? All of that. But the answers she gave me, I wouldn't find her attractive either. Now, ladies, it doesn't matter how long you are married or how long you're in a relationship with your man. You gotta be enticing sometimes. You gotta smell nice. Lingeries are cheap. Our sexy little nightwears are cheap. Why can't you guys just get into the habit of being attractive for the man that you live with? You think I'm gonna have my man leave me, go to work, and come back and find me in the same clothes that he left me? You're crazy. I would never do that. I'm gonna be sexy. I'm gonna be nice. I'm gonna smell good. My hair is gonna be combed. I take my shower, all those stuff. We gotta start getting to the habit of smelling good and looking attractive for.
But they will say it's because they have to work. That's why they don't have the energy to look good. I endorsed this message. As usual, the women are pointing to men when it's about them. Real talk. And they wonder why we be sneaking out in the night. But she will got on in public dressed attractive to get attention from the world. Make it make sense. She is speaking fact. There are things a woman needs to do to keep things going. And the women who had her partner being honest should be thankful that he chose this path, because at least he gave her an idea of what's going on in their relationship. And now she has the opportunity to do something to improve things, if that's what she wants to do. The women who made this video also touched on some good points. We know a lot of people believe since they were able to secure the commitment or marriage, there is no need to do much. They no longer see the need to keep up with things around them. And this is how they end up having issues in their relationship, just like her coworker. She got too comfortable, to the point that it's starting to affect her partner's feelings. This is the end of our video, and we hope you like it. Make sure to check our channel tomorrow for another great content.